Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope everything is working today. As you can probably guess from the camera angle, there's been a few changes to my setup. just a few. Let me just get you guys zoomed in a little bit there, so I can see you there, and I can see you better there. Oh, there we go. Good evening, guys. By the way, Dunkel, I just thought of something, and before I forget, regarding the thing we just talked about before the live stream, SpaceX has a video, how not to launch a rocket. We should go and rewatch that, because I think there's some cool things there we could potentially use as inspiration. Just remind me of that when we are done, because otherwise I'll forget. I'm just sitting thinking about it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about? So okay, actually this is not a secret. There's no reason to keep this secret. Me and Dunkel has been working on talking about. I need to make a proper intro. I've been using the Elite Dangerous intro for the live streams here, but I need to make a proper intro for Kerbal Space Program, and if you watch that SpaceX video, how not to launch a rocket, kind of thought that would be fun to use that as inspiration, because it's hilarious and it would be very Kerbal. But anyway, actually, I just wanna. So, I've been quite busy over the weekend. As you can see, the camera angle is a little different than what it used to be, and that's because not only is this a new camera, but it's also a completely new setup. I have redone the entire setup in here. Everything's down, so I only had a bare floor left, and everything's been built up from the ground up, and I am almost done. Still missing my main monitor, actually. Good, awesome, Dunkel. Okay, his old setup had a 30K, so it needs to be rebuilt. Yeah, and actually, this is cool, and I think you guys will like this. The new camera I have has some rather neat features. For instance, if I, let's say I wanted to give you a quick tour around, I can say, oh, look at that. There's my HOTAS. This is a Constellation Alpha Prime from Verbal sitting over here, and above that I have my mixer board. We can see that over here, where I can sit and I can turn myself up and down. I can turn the game audio up and down, stream PC's audio up and down can be controlled here. If I have anything connected over the Bluetooth, I can control that there. And these are for effects. If I wanted to go and do something stupid like, then you have like sound effects. Or if I want to, I can go and do that. So basically, I can set and control the entire stream audio over here. And I can of course also see, maybe you want to see the other joystick, which is right there. And we can go and take a look at the desk. Switch quickly to desk cam. So yeah, keyboard. You can see I actually have everything mounted up here right now. So I have my two control panels here. Yes, I will come to that, Dunkel. And I center mounted a tablet here. So right now I'm rewatching my own live stream here. So I can see that. I could use it for stuff like GameGlass. Anything really I can put on the tablet. It's just nice to have that extra little screen there in the center for, you know, stuff and things. But mainly it's probably going to be stuff like GameGlass, or just have an extra tablet there where I can have things running. Maybe if I in the future want to do some more with like music control, I could have like Spotify on there, so I could sit and control that from this. I don't know. I was considering also maybe running chat on it, so I could see like using Restream's chat, so I could just have the chat sitting in the middle. Loads and loads of options of what I could do. But the most important thing that this camera allows me to do, if I just jump back to that, or split screen YouTube, Twitch thread. Yeah, exactly. But the most important thing that this camera allows me to do is something that you guys have been requesting for so long, and that is that we now have a proper bunny cam, where we can turn it down and we can then take a look at the bunnies. There is actually a bunny here today. Let's see if I can move the joystick out of the way. Do it down here at the bottom. My arm is still in the way. Can I do it like this? Yes, there. Bunny. Right there, next to the chair, sleeping bunny. But having that ability to just move the camera around like that is super neat. And it's... Yes, exactly, Bad Batch is like, hey, we got body cam. Now she's sleeping behind the joystick. But otherwise, there would be a proper body cam there. And I know that's something everybody's been asking, like, oh, you need to get a bunny cam. And now we have a bunny cam. So if the bunnies are home, I can show it, and I can show it very easily and very fast as the gimbal camera just moves around. It's so neat, and I'm really liking it. Yeah. So, anyway, we're gonna be playing some Kerbal today. If you watched the last Kerbal live stream last week, things kind of began to blow up a bit. And we're gonna try to see if we can do it better this time. Let's see if we can actually build a space shuttle. I want to go at it at a slightly different approach this time. Last time I just basically built a rocket that could lift the shuttle, only to find out that the shuttle wouldn't fly or it couldn't fly at all. And I think I'm gonna go at it at a different angle this time. Instead of just going with and building the entire rocket, I want to start by building the shuttle itself, and then focus on making it strapped to a rocket and launch it, and maybe go completely outside the normal look of a space shuttle, but maybe rethink the entire space shuttle look and feel. I have ideas for how maybe we can do that. And also just want to build a small shuttle for carrying smaller satellites, those kind of things. I think I'm going to start small, and then we can always work our way up to bigger and bigger shuttles as things goes on. So that's the plan. I actually have a bit of a different... Okay, so light goal. We need to talk light goals because I forgot it last time, I think. I actually have a different idea. I'm not sure if you guys like it. Should we do a normal light goal like we usually do during the live stream? Okay. I should just recap for people who are new to the live stream. What I usually do during my live streams is I will have a light goal. If we reach the light goal, then I will set up a discount code over on the merch store, which you can find at d2eastore.com. And yeah, then you can go and you can find yourself some cool t-shirts and mugs and stuff like that over there. Desk mats, if you're interested in that, you can get that over there as well. But yeah, if we reach the light goal, then I'll do that. But my idea actually was, if we instead of a light goal, I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but if we instead of a light goal, we could try to go for a subscriber goal and see if we could get up to, where are we? We're currently at, what does it say here on screen? 973? Yeah, 973. So if we get up to 25 extra subscribers doing the live stream, I don't know if that's possible, but if we could do that, so we could get up to 99,000, that's what, 27 subscribers. I don't know if that's doable, but if we can, that would be awesome. Because, as you guys know, I am chasing that magic 100,000 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate if you would consider subscribing so we can get that last bit of the way. But let's jump into some Kerbal and play some games. I'm gonna put myself over in this corner because now I'm kind of facing sideways, so that I'm not looking out of the screen. Load game, I guess. Load game, okay. Oh, finally. I've been waiting for an email for a while, and finally got it. Oh, we got space shuttles falling into the water right off the bat here. Okay. Whee! Okay. Recover vessel. Hey, so my idea that I want to go by this time is instead of trying to build a shuttle on a shuttle on a oh, it already has that on a rocket, I just want to build this shuttle and make sure that flies and works, and then we can focus on strapping it to a rocket. So I'm just going to strap it to whatever, and then we can figure out after that. And I think also instead of going for this big and heavy shuttle, which is quite heavy and quite difficult to actually get enough boost out of, I want to go with a slightly smaller. I'm not sure if I should go with like what kind of cargo do we have available here? Hold on. Couplings, structural. Is this where cargo is? No. Payloads. Yeah, so we have this section here. Right? That would kind of work as a cargo bay. So if we just put we could either do it inline, but I would either just... Oh, that's the wrong one. It needs to be this one. That's the one. Right? So you can see now we're kind of... So we can... And we should learn from mistakes last time. Let's start over. That one goes there. And... What's going on here? Okay, new one, I guess. Let's just make a normal shuttle. And, a normal craft, and then just make sure it can fly. And I think what I want to do is actually see if we can get... Have we do any fuel tanks that fit this fuselage? We do. That's a very large fuel tank. Because I do want to have just a small amount of fuel on board so we can actually go and use that for the return trip and do our deorbit burn with that eventually. Then we needed the cargo. So let's just put the largest cargo bay on there that we have. And then we need something structural for like a engine. Nope. Does these parts have a name? They're called MD, but they're also called MD. So they're MD in size at least. MD structural. Are there no tail sections to this kind of craft? Or am I just... I don't know. What is this? This is a plate. Do we really have to end it off on a fuel tank? For it not to be open there in the back? Oh, we have that one. Does this one hold fuel? Oh, this one holds methane oxidizer. It actually holds as much as a section there. Oh, that's perfect. Make that shorter like that. And then we actually have some fuel on board. Now we just need engines. That is actually pretty neat that we got both the coupling and some fuel in one. Now in terms of engines, I need some like hybrid engines here. We could go with like the Rapier engines because they both have there we go. They both have that air breathing mode. So we have the closed cycle where they have very good air breathing mode where they have very, very good fuel ratio. That means we can pretty much fly this thing. And that's my goal, that we're actually going to be able to fly it and not just make it fall as a brick. But we can also just use the fuel normally, and then we can, in closed cycle mode, then it has a much worse fuel performance, but it works in space, so we can use it to deorbit. So I think for that reason I'm kind of going with these. And then we need air intakes, where I found those last times. I think it was under aerodynamics. Yeah, here they are. So there's loads of different ones. There's like these, which is maybe a bit on the large size. I don't know, but they kind of look cool, don't they? We also have these, which is much longer and narrower. What's the difference between them? So these, they have a 0.1 square meter. And they are very effective at low speed. So they're actually sounds a bit low. Sounds game audio or my audio? My mic is low. Both, you think? Okay, hold on. Let me see what I can do. Is this any better? Now I just boosted everything a bit. Hoping I'm not peaking too much. Pull it back maybe a little bit. There we go. Gave a little bit more on both there. Okay. So, but these were also radial, right? No, those are the front ones. We're looking at those ones. So they have 3 times the area, and so these performs a lot better when we are at high Mach numbers, right? So that means when we are running at like Mach 5, these are about twice as good, but these are good at both low speed. That means when we're coming into land. So I think we're gonna go with these. And they just also worth considering that this is a 0.1 square meter. So even though that this might only be half as effective, it has 3 times the area. So we're still getting more air with these. How heavy are they? 0.03 tons. Okay, but they're also substantially heavier. Is it just me, or does that just look good? Air intakes in space. This is a space shuttle. It's for returning. There, that looks good. I just want to make sure we have enough space for a control fin here in the middle. Okay, let's just close this one down. Don't need that. So now we need to actually make this thing fly like a space shuttle. So the route length needs to increase to that. That's actually quite a bit of surface area. Those are some large control surfaces. Can we go with maybe the tip length? Reduce that a bit. And then slightly reduce the route length. Not sure if this will fly. I mean, obviously it won't fly yet, but... Oh, that's rather big, isn't it? I think that's a little bit too big. That does look kind of good, doesn't it? We put, let's call this... Mini shuttle. Because I can just size the control surface at the bottom. Oh, okay. Control surface. The span should be wide, I guess. That's fine. And the length should be slightly shorter. Because that was a little aggressive, I think. I think that is better. Nice. Okay, it looks pretty. And I mean, it has a decent cargo bay for its size. Landing gear. I'm wondering if this will actually take off on its own the way it is now. Try to launch it and see what happens. So what mode are these in? They are in air breathing mode. Oh no. Oh yeah, we are up. Hey, it actually flies. Try to throttle them back a bit. Oh, the throttle response in these engines is not fast. Very stable. I agree. This flies a lot better than our previous one, which had a tendency to fly backwards. I mean, we can do rolls and all kinds of things in this. I mean, it's not as responsive as you would want from like a fighter, but it is, after all, a cargo shuttle. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically try to throttle this thing up a bit, give the engines some time to throttle up as they do respond quite slowly, and then we're gonna begin turning this thing around. As you can see, it's not the most maneuverable craft we've ever built. But that's never the point. We could probably make it more maneuverable if we wanted to. We're running low on liquid fuel now. Bigger control. We might want to try to just up those control surfaces a little bit. Look at that approach, though. Very stable at low speeds. And the question is, how does this perform when we begin to go supersonic? Because as the way this thing is handling right now, I'm pretty confident I can land this. Famous last words, though. Especially because we're about to run out of fuel. I just gotta keep the engines up. I don't want to stall it now. Yeah, landing gears coming down. We are almost out of fuel. We are practically out of fuel now. We are running on fumes. There we go. We are gonna be gliding the rest of the way. Keeping my speed up a bit. I do not have pitch authority to flare right now. Oh. Ha ha ha. Okay. I do not have enough authority to pitch up. Ta-da! On the wheels and everything. Okay. Let's try to increase the control surfaces. I like the yaw authority was good. I do want a little bit more pitch authority. That was quite underwhelming, especially because when we were coming in, I really wanted to go down and do that flare so we could hit with the rear wheel first, which are higher up. So we actually need to hit the land. You can see here, we need to hit at a rather extreme angle of attack. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Can I? Okay, can't. No, okay, never mind. Guess we're just putting those back. What I wanted to do was to just take these and just raise the front gear just slightly. And then take the lower gear and just lower those like so. That should give it a more flat trajectory when we're landing. And then we are adjusting the wings with the control surface. Making the control surfaces larger. Okay. Try to save this new one and give it another go. Would have been too easy if we actually managed to make a decently good craft here in the first go. See, this sits a lot nicer on the runway now. I wouldn't actually mind some lower profile gear. We might have to look into that. Just because it kind of looks like it's on stilts. Yeah, both engines starting at the same time this time around. And we are up. Oh yeah. Much, much better. Oh, I'm burning fuel here very, very fast. Oops. Let's just flip this thing around again. I need more speed because we're going down right now. We need to get this thing back towards the landing pad. Landing pad. A runway. I am not confident on this one. I think I was a little bit too eager there off the landing pad, burning a little bit too much fuel. Okay, we're gliding now. If we can make it into land, then it's good. I am not confident. I think this is gonna be a beach landing. And again, here at low speeds, there's just not enough pitch authority. I think I know what's wrong though. I think our center of mass is so far back that even the larger control surfaces has very little effect on yeah, it must be that our center of mass is just sitting too far backwards because we have all the heavy stuff back here, right? Let's just see here. Yeah, so that is quite far back. Can we do something to make this... Like, we can move those up. Looks like it has ears now. And it did almost nothing. An easy way to solve it, as some people said, is to add, like... add another cargo bay. I was just... stabilizers. Wings. Wingtip. Yeah, but I want it to be able to... problem is, it needs to be able to fly with an empty cargo hold, because it is going to work as a shuttle. We're going to send it up, it's going to ditch its cargo in space, and then when it's returned, and that's when we're going to do the flying, the cargo hold will be empty. So the whole point is that we need to make this thing... fly with an empty cargo hold. Alright, let's try this. I forgot to fix extra fuel. Yeah, we might actually have to try to find some Chase Horizon Celestial Capture. I think that's okay. Let's just see here. So now you see we have these control surfaces out here that's gonna help us steer. And that should, because they are so far, so the center of mass is all the way back here. And because the distance from the center of mass out to those should give us a ton of pitch authority. Buddy, that's the good camera. Okay. Whoa! What on earth just happened? What? I have no idea what even happened there. The camera is a little weird on the launch here. Yeah, it can pitch now, alright. Yeah, you don't say. Oh yeah. The fuel consumption is way too high. I don't think it's too bad. We have to remember that the engines here are really only intended for like making corrections when we are coming in from orbit. We should be able to glide all the way down. We're just using the engines now in order to test it. But the idea is that the engines are really only gonna be used in case we are about to either overshoot the, or if you're gonna undershoot the runway basically, just if we burn off too much energy. Okay, SAS is definitely needed. Bill is listening to AC/DC. Yeah, he is. Okay, let's try to flip this thing around. Oh, see, that is what happened last time. If you turn too fast, it has enough to basically... It has too much authority now. Because if I pull too hard, it just pulls itself out. Okay, I think I managed to get it back under control, but look at this, if I make a hard turn there... Yeah, the problem is as soon as we go out of the airstream, those control surfaces at the front just, yeah, basically oversteers. So when we go out of the airstream, those at the front there kind of pushes us around, so we go the wrong way, right? So while it was nice having that extra control, I think I'm actually gonna ditch them again, and then I'm gonna just, oh, I wish you could right-click and put them back where they were before. Move those forward, like there, actually, now a little bit further back. Around. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's kind of sleek. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but it looks kind of cool. It looks like an arrow from Star Citizen. Yeah, I think more surface area would actually not be a bad idea. Wingspan. Should we try an Arrowhead style aircraft and see how that flies? Oh, cameras. This actually feels okay, and I don't feel like I can pull it out of the airstream this time. Why is the FPS trash? Because the game is very much not optimized at all. And the game is just running at terrible frame rates at the moment. So you can see now, I can pull... Typical in games these days, yeah, it's early access, and yeah, hopefully that will be improved a lot. Okay, let's try to do a turn in this thing. Just give it some angle. Oh yeah, look at it go. Look at it even climbing through the turn. Okay, coming in over the runway. Not exactly on a glide slope here, but it'll be fine. We have lots of runway to play with. So I'm just gonna line ourselves up and then throttle us down because we have a lot of speed right now. We are low and fast, and we need to be low and slow. Level out, gear down. I want to try to send us a little bit more before we land. Screw it, let's just go for it. This is fast. Oh, that's a bounce. Yeah, we're too fast. Oh, this thing really want to bounce. Kill the engines completely. Damn, this thing right to bounce. I need to do something about that. We need to find a way to make this. Now I have no control. And we lost the nose gear. We're too slow now. Okay, that works too. That's a way to slow us down as well, I guess. Ta-da! Another perfect landing. Like a glove. If we had like air brakes, that would kind of work. Good front brake action there at the end. Thank you. Okay. Let's see what we can do about braking. Parachutes. Yeah, I'm strongly considering it. A drogue chute would actually work. Let's just remember to fix that. Let's just check aerodynamics. I don't think there's any space brakes in here. No. Let's just go. They have some radially mounted drogue chutes. Okay, let's just do a quick test. Just to see how effective they are. We're just going to deploy the drogue chutes like mid-flight, just to see what happens. Yeah, this cameraman. I need to fix that. We need to go to that one there. Flight camera mode auto thingy, yes. Okay. 3, 2, 1, full speed ahead. Accelerate this up to like 50 meters a second, which should be enough for us to take off. There we go, landing gear up, throttle back. Positive climb rate, let's give ourselves some altitude. Let's just see if this thing will actually go. Okay, we got some altitude, let's level it off. There we go. Okay. Drogue chute deployment test in 3, 2, 1, go. Drogue chutes have been confirmed. And we're basically firing into the chutes. They're like thrust reversals. Come on. You can fly this. Oh, this is deadly. I have no control. Okay. Incredible heat resistance, exactly. Maybe try to slow it down till it stall by cutting your engines when you're close to the ground. Then touch the ground with the back wheels. I know, but it's difficult when I don't have that much pitch authority over the craft as I want to. The deflection angle of those are also very small. Okay, here's the next test we're gonna do. We're just gonna start it up. We're gonna take off. We're gonna level it off right above the runway, and then we're gonna try to land with the drogue chutes after that with the engines cut. So again, accelerate up. Lift off. We're just gonna keep the landing gear out this time. We are at 100 meters a second just above the landing strip here. Cut the engines. 150, we're very fast. Let's just try to see what happens if we deploy the chutes now and try to land with those chutes deployed. It still bounces. Damn, it's bouncy. Hey, that's our best landing yet. Right in air landing. Yeah, I think that maybe let's try to play around with some other landing. Oh, I want to play around with some other landing gear because I think they're just too. Is there any stats for that, like how springy they are? Okay, what other options do we have? These are just a little bit smaller. Same type of landing gear, but just smaller. Much lower profile. Braking torque. Impact tolerance 150 meters a second. Oh yeah, these can take a beating. Maybe smaller wheels. Yeah, let's try these. We'll deal with the pitch thing later. I just want to make this thing actually landable. Then we'll figure out what to do with pitch. Oh, it's also a lot harder to take off with these wheels. Look at that, it just won't take off now. There we go. And we're off at 150 meters a second. Oh my god, we're fast here. Stroke shoots, slow us down. Still a little bouncy, but better. And if I remember to apply the brakes, I think we would actually have been okay there. Landable, yeah, exactly. I just want to make one more landing attempt here. And then we're going to play around with the wing shape. Because I think there are some optimizations to be done there. But I think also, if I remember to actually apply the brakes when I hit the ground, there might actually be a chance that we couldn't. What on earth has happened to my rear fin? Look at that. Look at that tail fin. It's pre-broken. Someone bent there. I'm sure it will fly anyway. Oh my god, it's all over the place. Come on, take off. Take off, you stupid thing. Oh my god, what's happening? Another triumphant engineering from Howard Space Agency. Yeah. What? Expensive lawnmower. Yeah. Damn it, Howard. You put a broken tail fin on my spacecraft. Okay. Can we adjust? Auto friction control. No idea what it is. Steering enabled. Braking power. 200%. Auto suspension. Gear lights. Enable. Auto suspension. Spring strength. Dampener strength. Can we get the nose wheel, please? Okay, auto friction control, friction levels. Steering enabled, auto steering, braking power, 200%. Auto suspension off. We're in the wrong one, aren't we? Auto suspension. Spring strength. Damper. Let's try. I'll be flipping it now. Yeah, likely. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, we're rolling backwards. Okay. Go! The other way! Just getting a running start here. Look at that. A working tail fin this time. Oh, look at it bounce because of those. Still bouncing. Still bouncing a lot. Yeah, problem is, Dongle, it's really hard to nose up in this thing. Maybe we should try to actually, yeah, I know I touched down with the nose. Maybe we should... It really likes to roll backwards. Maybe we should try to adjust the wing size of the wings. See if we can get a little bit more control out of it. So what do you guys think we do with the wings? Make them... We could try more like traditional wing design. Let's try this. So if we reduce the root length of the wings... What do you guys think? Something like that is better? Bah. If the main gear are closer... Yeah, okay. So your point is we're just gonna put those gear back. I really want to be able to grab that. Oh, there. Let's just try to put the default on again. And let's just enable center of, not center of thrust, center of mass. There. So if I put them like out here, they should be pretty close to center of mass, and therefore we should have an easier time taking off. And then we just need to adjust them, because if I were to have the slightest chance of actually landing with this thing on the rear wheels first. There we go. Like that. Okay. Let's see what kind of speed this will take off with now. And around 100 is when it takes off. Whoosh. Okay, feels okay. Pitch-wise. I didn't stiffen the springs on these gears. I just want to try to do a landing with this and see how this thing lands now. It's again, we're back to being very bouncy. I'm not really, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna, I want to try to land without the parachutes, because I have a feeling I feel like the mechanic in the game that the crafts are a little, the landing is a little too bouncy. That probably needs to be adjusted, but because I feel like it glides quite well, this one. So I just want to go and actually try to cut the engines completely. And just try to glide this thing down. Because look at this thing glide. Look at that! Look at that landing! That's a lot better. I mean, there was a little bounce, sure, but the thing glides so well that we can just basically let it glide then. And because the wide wingspan and the landing gear is all the way out there, it means there's very little tendency to roll. But we need to come down like very, very level, otherwise it's gonna be bad. Okay. Now strap it to a rocket. Exactly. Now we strap it to a rocket. Okay, so first of all, landing gear starts retracted. Okay, now we need to strap this thing to a launcher. For now we need to put this thing in space. There we go. And then we need some big fuel tanks. That's not big fuel tanks. Bigger fuel tanks. How about this big fuel tanks? That is indeed big fuel tanks. Why? Why? No. No. Go on. There we go. You can fly to space with the Rapier engines. Yeah, but I don't have enough fuel. Maybe that's a little bit too big of a fuel tank. Let's start smaller and then work our way up if this doesn't work on the first try. Hold on. What on earth is going on here? There. Actually, yeah. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then structural. Engine mounting plates. Like that. And then we just need an engine that just have like all the kick. That one. And then more fuel tanks. I'm not sure if this is enough. Engineering reports. Okay, we already have a really good thrust to weight ratio of 2, so at least we have very, very good. I think I'm actually gonna I'm gonna ditch the drogue chutes. They were no good for us. Now, does this have any kind of gimbaling? Engine gimbal, advanced controls. Let's just check it here. Yeah, vectoring range. It has 3 degrees all around of vectoring. I hope that's enough. Because, okay, the center of mass is, that should be enough, I think. Okay, let's put an aerodynamic nose cone on this. Well, bam, and then some boosters on the side just to give us a proper kick off the landing pad. So we're gonna put in some couplings and some bigger things there. With Two-way symmetry. Boom. Engines, give me boosters. Wabam. And boosters gets nose cones. Ooh, there's some fast nose cones. Wabam. Okay, and now for all the fun that is strutted together so that this thing does not tear itself to pieces as we are launching it. Oh, what's happening here? And we are also, we have the attachment points down there, but we are also, for good measures, gonna go to that symmetry mode and then basically attach the craft at the front there. Heat shields? Man, we don't need heat shields. We'll be fine. There's no heat in the game yet. Try the intakes further forward. Now, the intakes are fine there. They don't really weigh anything. They're really light, so it doesn't make a lot of a difference. Our thrust to weight ratio went down with those, but I guess that's okay. Vessel has a command pod and no parachute. Command pod may not survive curb and landing. Oh, we can land this. This is okay. Yeah, we have no RCS. That's fine too. Only thing left now is to give it some launch clamps. Check our staging. Actually, just put all this together, I guess. And 3, 2, 1. Save this as mini shuttle. Launcher. No, I don't have... Do I overwrite? I have mini shuttle. Workspace file. Shuttles. Not sure how this works. Okay. Search the workspace file. Okay, fair enough. Let's, no, not on runway. Let's put this on launch pad. Something sitting there, just recover that. And let's go and launch this off launch pad 1. This should be interesting. Let's just change the camera because it's weird. Okay, this is better. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Countdown. No countdown? Oh, look at that RCS kicking in. I'm just gonna let it fly on its own. We are go for launch. Look at that gravity turn. I'm not doing anything. It's flying its own. It's on its own right now. Whoa, we are out of control. And we just became ballistic. Oops. That didn't work. So I guess the problem is, if we look at the center of mass and the center of thrust, you can see that... Oh, that is damn close, though. But because the weight out there... Do they have any, like, radial engines? Small ones, just like that one, maybe? What would happen if we just... I'm just gonna try something here. It might be stupid. Put a small engine in there just to counteract the torque. So we just put one engine in there and maybe just for fun center it. Just to try to counteract that torque, that quite aggressive turn. We can always just go in here, and then we can just adjust the thrust limiter until it fits. If it's too much now, we just turn that back. Let's go launch it. Okay, let's try this again. It's still a little... It's not enough thrust in that little thruster there. But I'm gonna try to fly it on its own and see what happens. And we are going down again. Fire the shuttle engines. Yeah, we could try to fire the shuttle engines. That might actually work. Let's see if that is enough to counteract it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a fuel line from the main tank and then pump fuel into that tank there, and then we are gonna take those engines and pull those down into the main group. So we're trying to launch with those two. Is fuel pumping in? Yeah. So we are pumping fuel from the main tank into the small tank here, just so we can keep those Rapier engines firing. Alright. Actually fly it this time, not just let it fly on its own. I thought the click sound is usually when we run out of fuel, but that was the air breathing engines probably going over to internal combustion or the closed cycle instead of internal combustion to closed cycle instead of. It's just the rockets are so loud. I guess. Yeah, it is. You can also keep an eye on the air meters here. Yeah, we need to set some action groups so we can swap over when we run out of air, so we can go over to closed loop. Quite well right now. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. Can we close the air intakes? Okay, it stopped there. Those solid rocket boosters just keep on going. Oh my god, it is so unstable. If we go just slightly off the node, it just spins out of control. Okay, let's see if we can actually address our rotation here. Yeah. See, this is the same problem we had with the other shuttle. Is when we get rid of the boosters, that main engine there is just... Hold on, what would happen if we, at this point, shuts down these engines here, deactivates... There we go. Okay, then it just spins out of control. Oh, this is stuck in air breathing. This should be closed cycle. What's our current trajectory? Look at it bounce all over the place. Okay, here's my plan. I'm going to separate from the main booster. I'm going to try to arrest my rotation on the shuttle alone. And then I'm going to try to just use the, at apoapse, I'm just going to try to boost our orbit enough that we land on the South Pole. I think that's our plan right now. So 3, 2, 1, separate and hope we don't die. We lost both our engines. Okay. Okay. Now we need to think. I have a plan. It's okay. I'm just gonna let this thing come to a halt. Which it will on its own, slowly. There we go. So, all we can do now, since we have no engines, is... I mean, we still have our landing gear. We still have all our control surfaces. We should be okay. So, here's the plan. That's the debris. We're basically just gonna go in and we're gonna hit that atmosphere with, and we're gonna come down steep, as you guys can see. But we're gonna try to come in and we're gonna just hit that with a rather aggressive angle of attack, and then try to see if we can push towards that South Pole. I think it's a bit of a stretch, but it's the only stretch we got. So how high is this? Oh, this is 300 kilometers, okay. Let's just go to, like, there. We are at... Time warp was closest to... But at this point, we can't do anything until we hit atmosphere. So that atmosphere starts at 70, we're at 100, 90, 80, 70. We are officially in Atmos. I can see land over there. Maybe that's actually a better choice to go for that. It is very far away, though. And we are plummeting towards Earth. Oh, Kerbin, I guess. It just disappears over the horizons. Trying to pull out of the dive to start with. Air is definitely kicking in now. There we go. At about 11 kilometers, we are about to pull out of the dive. Okay, there is nothing but ocean around. I'm still, even though I'm You can see my my services here are fully deployed. I'm trying my best to get out of this dive, but it just won't. It just won't do it. So, question to everybody out there: KSP2 or Odyssey? Only have enough cash for one or the other. If you already play Elite, what I would probably do right now is to go for Odyssey because it's more finished than KSP2 is. So I think you will get more, and there's still a lot missing from KSP2 that's going to be added later, according to their roadmap at least. So I would probably say get Odyssey, have fun with that, and then maybe save up for KSP2, and then buy that in like half a year or so when they hopefully have gotten a bit further with it and also performance optimized it a bit. Look, I'm falling and losing speed because I'm trying to pull out of the dive. Yeah, there's so much missing from Kerbal Space, from KSP2 right now. I mean, we don't have the science, we don't have unlock trees, we don't have multiplayer, we don't have interstellar travel, and there's a number of the interstellar travel systems that haven't been added. There's so much stuff that they are missing, that they promise will be added, that I think like at this point in time, Odyssey is still better value for money than KSP2. But if Private Division, the developers of KSP2, deliver on everything on their roadmap, I could definitely see this becoming a very, very fun game, especially when multiplayer comes in. That's going to be huge. Yeah, I've given up on I was trying to level out so we could reach land, but I've kind of given up on that now. So I might actually just go and get some more speed up now. Yeah, the center of gravity is probably too far forward now because we lost the engines. You know what? Why don't we just go for like a hard dive here? Let's get some speed here. One kilometer. Okay, might have flared a bit too early there. More speed. Alright, come on. Nice and slow. Oh, this is perfect. Look at that. We're gonna come down right above the water surface here. Woohoo! And it floats. Well, upside down, but it floats. Hold on, does these... Hold on, I need to try something. Give me a second. I just need to try and build something. I'm getting sidetracked now, I know, but bear with me here for a second. I'm just gonna try something real quick. What happened? What would happen if we did something like what size is this? LG. Just give you a second here. I'm just gonna try something. Structural beams. And then going in here to cargo holds. Come on. Come on. There we go. Nice. Okay, like that. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna get some struts. Why didn't it strut? Why are you so silly, struts? It like attaches in mid-air. Is that where I think it is? Oh, because that's already attached. I really want to strut this together, though. Because there's no way this is going to work without struts. That's better. And then just for fun. Ah, screw those. Let's just take this. I just want to see. Please float. Nope. I've really been trying to build like a boat. I want to build a boat, but every time I build a boat it sinks, but every time I crash a spacecraft it floats. Same thing every time. We need more floating parts. What would happen? Let's just try something. Just... Oh. Empty this for fuel. Empty it for fuel. So now it has no fuel on board. And we crashed into the pier. Okay, never mind. That didn't work. Back to the space shuttle. Okay, so I had another idea I want to try. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I want to try it anyway. If we actually just load something else here. If we load the shuttle... We should build a round shuttle. Oh wait, new shuttle. I know we just built this. I wanna try. I have another plan. Yes, tiny little shuttle. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to make a purely gliding shuttle. It's gonna need deorbit engines. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build a nose, that one, and then behind that we are going to add a small fuel tank, and then we're gonna add a cargo bay. Boom, and then we're gonna add a engine mounting plate. Was that even pointing the right way? No, it wasn't. Or was it? Maybe it was. I don't know. And then just some kind of engine that works well in space. Boom. And then we just put wings on it. We're just gonna make a similar test to what we just done. Try to make this thing fly. So wings. Actually, you know what? Let's just try to just put them on. Like, gonna take a control surface. Why can't we center mount a control surface? Oh, because that's the cargo. Oh, hold on. Okay. Put that there. Put... engines there, and now we should be able to put a control surface back here. And just make it like that. Wabam. Should we check, see how it flies, just for fun? Again, I'm not too worried. I just want to try a different approach to shuttle making than what we've done so far, because we always run into the same problems whenever we make shuttles. And that is that they have a tendency to be very uncontrollable in space. And I think this might be... I have a solution for that. So, take that landing gear, move it... Oh no, no, don't put it at an angle. Keep it straight. Pull it up into the fuselage. And pull this down out of it. Okay. Just quickly put this in the runway. And I know it's very similar, but it has one very noticeable difference that's going to make launching this into space a lot easier. I just want to see... This engine is not very effective in Atmos. But I just want to see how it flies and how it lands. Okay, we are at 50 meters a second. 70. Still no takeoff. Need more speed. 100. Still no takeoff. Gonna run out of fuel before we get... And we have liftoff. Maybe I should put one of some of those Rapier engines on here. Okay, I'm just gonna glide this thing in. Whoa! Whee! It's bouncy. Hey, it suffers from a lot of the same problems as the other one does. Yeah, we gotta swap that engine out for Rapier. I think that's a better, and then put some air intakes on it, just like the other one. And then we gotta build. Get rid of that. Get rid of that engine. Put a Rapier engine on there instead. And then we gotta go back to the other wing design. We had a lot more. So reduce the root length of it. Just give it a little bit more width on the tip. And reduce the angle, less root, I guess. Should we make like more of a jet kind of feel? I mean, we could move those all the way back forward there, and then on the back. I think those tail planes might be a little bit on the large side. So make those thinner. Make that thinner and less wingspan. And then move it backwards. Probably also reduce the wingspan on these a little bit. There we go. Where's our center of mass? Center of mass is there. That's gonna be difficult to fly. Slightly forward of center of, that's actually okay. But where on earth do we put landing gear on this thing? Do we just put 2 centerline landing gears and then out on the sides and... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just want to try to see what happens if we also put landing gear on the wings. Four-point landing gear, not sure that's why the beach ball is our center of mass. So you can see our center of thrust, center of mass, and center of lift. You can see our center of mass is slightly forward from our center of lift. Let's try and run with this. Oh, hold on. We have no air intakes. You also could change each control surface to the specific to each control axis. Yeah, I know. We need, it's under aerodynamics. And we already determined that these are the good ones. They go there. It will flip. I think this will fly. It's gonna be difficult to take off with this though. Oh, there we go. Wasn't so bad. Let's try to land it, see how it is. Glide it in the rest of the way. Maybe a little less, I have an idea, hold on. Vehicle assembly building. Bill is still smiling. He's still alive. Bill is happy. I know how to fix this. Let's just find here. Let's see. Ground. That one there. Braking power 0. So now the front wheel can't brake. So it will only be the 3 rear wheels that will actually do any braking now. Oh, the lags. Come on. Take off. Oh my god. This is a bit of a slideshow now. See if we can land it anyway. Brakes have been applied. Look at that! For landing. Very nice. That worked. Okay, so the benefit of this design, yeah, but the reason why I don't want to go dual rear engines will become apparent here in a second. Because now when we're building the launcher, it's a lot easier for us just to take this and flip it like this, right? And then instead of building the rocket out here where we would usually put it, we just put in a decoupler on the engine. And then we go into structural, and we find this, the one that sizes is up to an LG size. And then we find LG tanks, LG round tanks. No, that only puts it up to MD size? MD size, okay. And then we basically built the same launch as we did before. Apart from that, we are slightly smaller now, but how could I change my camera position here? I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, there we go. Okay. Middle mouse. Decouplers for the side. Oh, they're a bit big, aren't they? There we go. Some solid, that's not just fuel tanks. Solid rocket boosters. Oh, what? Messed that up. Oh, that's completely wrong. What's going on? Smaller rocket boosters, maybe. Yeah, they look okay. They're kind of small, but it should be fine. Is this the correct size nose cone for these? Oh no. That's a lot better. And then we just need to strut this together so that it actually doesn't, like, blow itself to pieces. Come on. Okay, that should be fine. Check our staging. Decouple, decouple. Yes. Okay. Launch it. Send it. Oh, hold on. Are we still on the runway? We might still be on the runway. Yeah, we are. That's probably fine. Woohoo! Oh, gear up. Yeah, okay. So it is very, very unstable if you go off the prograde node. Yeah. We need stabilizers on the back. Because the problem is we have all these wings that all like cuts into the air. That means if we go slightly off and they sit up here in the nose, you may just see it here. See our center of lift is up there, our center of mass is down there. We need to get that center of lift a lot closer to that center of mass if we want to have any chance of being able to going off the prograde. Ideally it should be below it. That would be the best case scenario. So I'm just gonna move down here so we can take a look at the lower part here. So let's go in here, let's go for some stabilizers. And then let's go with a 4-way symmetry. Whoa. Symmetry. So see how far down that moved our center of lift? Just by adding these fins here. So now we just need to adjust these fins slightly. Give it the root angle maybe a little bit more. Maybe more wingspan. And there you go. Now, with that, our center of lift is now below our center of mass. And that means that now this thing should be a lot more stable. Because now when we go into the... If we cut into at an angle to the asteroid, if we get some angle of attack on this thing, it should self-stabilize. And I forgot to move us to another place. That's okay, let's just go. I didn't need that runway anyway. Can you build an Anaconda in Kerbal? Yeah, absolutely. I've done it in Kerbal, the original Kerbal. So you can see here how... but I need to get a little bit more familiar with how the different parts they work. So you can see how I can now maneuver off the center node, and it's still a little unstable if I go too far. So we probably need to move that a little bit further down than we did. Okay, first thing I want to do is put it so that they are even there. And then let's turn this one on again. Oh, center of mass, okay. Let's just give it like a lot more. There we go. Now we just have much bigger fins down there. And then let's just also move us over to an actual launch pad. And let's remember to actually add some of these. There to help us launch. Put those in there. Check the engineering report. Almost 2 in our thrust to weight should be fine. Very swift launch. And no. Gear is not extended. Retract. And there we go. And this one should also be tracked now. Yes. Okay. Try to see if this will fly. Should be better, I think. Go for the countdown this time. That's a wobbly spacecraft there on the nose. Look at it wobble. It's a space noodle. It's actually more stable with... No, it's not. I guess we're going this way instead. Look at that angle of attack, though. Try to actually get into an orbit this time. Actually, I should try to lower that apoapse. Don't want to go too high. Gotta get in a very elliptical orbit here. We could have waited until the apoapse, but we have could we just try to land that on the South Pole? Could we make it back to the Space Center? I think we could make it back to the Space Center, actually. Just quickly time warp to apoapps. Okay, let's stage the craft here. Turn on that engine, check it is in closed cycle. And just give us a little push away from that. Okay. Few things I want to do. First, I want to point ourselves prograde. Just to raise that periapse very carefully, like so. And then I want to turn my orbit. Do I have any control over this spacecraft at all? That's not what I want. That is not the way I want to point. How does these maneuver? How will they? Because what I want to do is, oh, okay. Okay. Apparently, that's the one we want. Okay. Delete that note. So we want to go for this node here. That should be good. What I'm trying to do now is turn my orbit in such a way that I will hopefully come in over the Space Center when we come back. Oh! What's happening here? It's so unstable in space. Okay. It does not want to do that. We need more control over the spacecraft here. Okay, let's just go for that deorbit burn then. I don't think we have enough control to actually adjust our orbit. So that's the thing we need to adjust as well. We need some, not necessarily RCS, but we need some inertia thrusters so we can actually control our heading a little bit more accurately. And just a careful burn to lower. Why is our... Oh, I'm prograde. I'm not retrograde. Hold on. Burning the wrong way. Looking here at the nav ball. There we go. That's our retrograde node. So we're pointing retrograde now. And that should lower our orbit. There we go. Nice. And we are official on the crash course. Let's go for that polar landing, I guess. There. Let's try that. See what happens. Now, something is messed up with the camera. I've noticed it does that a lot. where the camera kind of loses the center. So you just need to head to the tracking station and then find I say 5 control. Does that fix the camera? Nope. Oh well. Can we maybe just adjust the camera to a chase? No, see, the center of the aircraft is no longer where it should be. Oh, look at that. We are spinning out of control somehow. But I can't see the spacecraft. So I have no idea where we are anymore. Okay, we're just gonna have to fly by the nav ball. Oh, we got, yeah. We got blown up by aerodynamic forces. I had it set to retrograde instead of prograde, so it was constantly flipping around. Oh well. Yeah, camera problems. Yeah, I've had a few of those where the camera is just so weird. Often you can, on the ground, you can get around with it, but just like smashing V a few times until you kind of get close enough to a decent working camera. But it also happens a lot, especially after decoupling. I think that's because after decoupling, it should recenter of the new center of mass, and it doesn't do that correctly. Yeah, and it's yeah, in situations like this where you can't really see what you're doing, and also that it just starts spinning out of control after a time warp where it usually should arrest the ship's rotation and just lock its rotation in space. That's also a bit weird. Anyway, it is 11:30. It's getting close to midnight, so I'm gonna call the stream, especially because it's been a very, very busy week for me. So I need to get some sleep. I'll probably be hanging out for like half an hour here over on Discord afterwards. But it was fun getting back into to some Kerbal. I promise you there'll be a lot more Kerbal videos coming out in the not too distant future, and also you'll see more live streams. I can see myself having a lot of fun with this, and it's definitely something that I'll be playing a lot more of, and especially also when the new updates come out. I'm really looking forward to the science and unlock tree, because that's when you... I mean, right now we just have creative mode, right? But as soon as we get the science and unlock trees, we can actually begin to play campaigns and like make actual missions. And hopefully when that comes out, they also fixed a lot of the annoying bugs like the camera stuff and maybe the excessive bouncing of aircrafts when they try to land and stuff like that would be nice to see. But the usual like parachute landings work quite well. Anyway, I can just jump over on the camera there. I really hope you did enjoy it tonight. I really had a lot of fun. Been really enjoying Kerbal since it came out here, and yeah, as I said, a lot more Kerbal content coming in the near future. But yeah, should we just end up with a little quick look at the sleeping bunny with my new camera that I can actually move it around? See there, just hiding behind the joystick, sleeping bunny. I'm really enjoying this new camera. It's so cool that you can just, yeah, you have bunny cam and I can, yeah, I like it. Okay. Before you leave, if you haven't already, Go down, give the stream a like if you haven't already. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. Oh, where's the camera? It's like, oh, where did I put it? There it is. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, I'm chasing that 100,000 subscribers. There's going to be a ton of giveaways, and I'm still talking to some brands with more stuff that I can give away. But the list is growing day for day, and trust me, you want to be around for this giveaway. There's some awesome stuff that's going to be up for grabs. I did a quick tally. So far, the total value is around $3,500 US. For all the stuff that's going to be given away, which is a combination of both digital and physical goods. So there's definitely lots and lots of reasons to stay tuned if you want a chance to get a hold of some of that. So yeah, I keep looking up because that's where the camera used to be, but there's no camera there now. It's over here now. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.